Right, let's show you around the inside of the Volvo V60 D3. I want to show you some of the controls and the stereo and everything. So that's what it looks like when you get in. Blank screen, a bit like Porsche, Mercedes or Jaguar. Fire it up and everything comes to life. Telling me I've got no seatbelt on, which I haven't, because I'm not going anywhere. Automatic gearbox. Let's chuck it in drive. There you go. As you can see, it does 40 odd miles per gallon in real world. It was actually on 43 yesterday, but it's been sat idling for a while. But you can see the tank was full, done 200 odd miles, and there are still, and I can actually show you how many more miles are left. I'm turning a dial on the steering column here, and it should scroll through and we'll get to the range. 225 miles left. I reckon I've done 250, so you've got to get at least 500 miles to a tank. Right, let's have a look at the rest of it. These are your controls here. Look at that, it's just so sensible how they do these things. You just set it to auto if you want, or you know, change for a bit of air up top, and then when you press that, it alters here on the screen. Volvo's touch screen is very sensible. Again, you've got nav, radio, media, my car. I'll go through these now. Nav, sat nav. Press this button here, and we're set at home at the moment. I've used this. It's as good as a TomTom, and you can't get higher praise than that. It works out where the traffic is and takes you a different road if the traffic's awful. You can zoom the map in and out. It speaks instructions, or you can turn that speech down or off if you want. Media. It's currently saying auxiliary connection. You can choose whether to go through Bluetooth or auxiliary connection. The auxiliary connection is in there. It all works very sensibly, but there's no digital radio, which is pants. Here's the radio stations. There we go. Let's turn radio 2 off, because that's terrible on a Saturday. Telephone. I'm filming this on my phone, so I can't do anything further on that, but I have made calls in this car. It's quite quiet on the road, even at 70, and you can have perfectly good phone conversations. I tried the same in a Porsche Cayman a couple of weeks ago, and you can't have a conversation in a Cayman because the engine's right behind you. But this thing's quiet and refined on the road, so you can. You just press this My Car button, and you've got all sorts of menus here where you can set all of the various safety nanny things on and off. But to be honest, you want to leave them on because it's really good. It warns you when you're going over white lines. It makes a little sound like the Bionic Man. You can set the distance between you and the car in front when you've got adaptive cruise control on, and all various things like that. BLIS is blind spot information system, I think, and that little light there flashes on when someone's in your blind spot. It's a really good idea, because most people who drive are pretty not very alert as to what's going on around them. Trip statistics, I won't bother showing you that, but it just tells you everything about the trip. Drive, stop, start. You might as well, to be honest, because it's a smooth, refined 5-cylinder diesel, but you know, it's not a Rossi petrol engine, so you don't necessarily want to hear it at traffic lights. So keep that turned on. Support systems. These are what's on at the moment. Everything says unavailable because I'm not on the go, but it's the blind spot, it's driver alert, all that kind of thing. Lane departures, that noise I just told you about, where it sounds like the Bionic Man. If you remember the old 80s series Bionic Man, it's that noise. This you can set pretty much everything. I've had to play with it all. You know, you can set the wing mirrors to fold in when you're parking. You can change what happens with the lights, how often they stay on when you've got out, and all that kind of thing. Steering wheel force is interesting. I've got it set to medium. but you can change it to low input, which means it's like an Audi, medium or high input, so it's fairly light steering, like a Jaguar. So yeah, it's a fantastic car, and that's pretty much the interior components of it. Seats are fantastic. They're electric, electrically adjustable, but you've got a manual lumbar support. But you know what? The seats are so supportive anyway. You don't really need that lumbar support. And this coming from someone that really does have a bad back, and I've found these seats to be great to sit in. Yeah, there we go. The interior of the Volvo V60, shot rather shakily on my iPhone.